Rosa Parks was born on February 4th, 1913. Her parents were slaves, and she says she was glad she didn't live whenever they were slaves. She learned about the hatred going around against African Americans and wanted to stand against it. She was standing at a crowded bus stop. It was a winter evening, 1955. She boarded the bus and sat down, and as the bus filled up, there ended up not being enough space for one of the white men. He was standing, and the bus driver realized, and the bus driver tried to make Rosa Parks move back, but Rosa Parks refused. He called the cops and had her arrested, which ignited a spark in the civil rights movement, starting the bus boycott. Before the boycott, buses were segregated and African Americans were forced to sit in the back of the bus so whites would have enough room in the front. But that's not always how it happened, and some other black people got arrested because they didn't. The boycott was planned in Martin Luther King Jr.'s church. They created a group called the MIA, the Montgomery Improvement Association. They elected Martin Luther King Jr. as the leader. Martin Luther King Jr. stated a speech saying, "If we are wrong, the Supreme Court is wrong, the Constitution is wrong, and the Lord Almighty is wrong." While the bus boycott was in place, the African Americans would carpool to work, walked, rode bikes, and rode horse-drawn buggies, but some white people were not very happy when they started the bus boycott. The government got involved by finding taxi drivers that did not pay at least 45 cents and firing them. They would also put leaders in jail for the reason that they were interfering with business. Some white people turned to violence and firebombed churches and Martin Luther King Jr.'s house. But Martin Luther King Jr. still believed in protesting without violence, saying, "We shall love our white brothers no matter what they end up doing to us." The boycott lasted 381 days, ending on December 20th, 1956. A lawsuit was put against the racial segregation laws, and on June 4th, 1956, the jury ruled that the laws were unconstitutional. Another way that the racially segregated laws were deemed unconstitutional was by the placement of the Act of 1964. President Lyndon Johnson put it on the top priority of his to-do list since Kennedy wanted it. He got help from the NAACP, the Leadership Conference on Civil Rights, and Congress Hubert Humphrey and William McCullough to secure the passage of the bill. He also got help from Richard B. Russell, who didn't like the Jim Crow laws at all. About a year after Kennedy thought of the Civil Rights Act, the bill was pushed through Congress and won the vote 23-27. The law prohibited segregation in workplace public accommodations like bathroom and water fountains, and strengthened prohibitions on school segregating and voting.